Alright, hello everybody. Sir Adrian back here. Welcome to the American turn once again in our current game of Global Empires 1915, where we are currently in the fall winter 1921. I'm not sure if this is the last turn or how that works with the variable ending. No idea, but regardless, still film the turn as normally. We have 43 IPPs to spend. We'll spend all but one IPP on two for an influence roll on Japan, and the rest, and four on a regular artillery unit, and then the rest on regular, excuse me, infantry units. So we'll go ahead and I might as well roll for Japan before we do the tech. Why not? That's a miss on an 11. Technology, we have our 4 major factories, as always, plus the free one. We'll go for, doesn't really matter at this point, I don't think, but industrialization, engineering. I did say 1, 2, 3, okay, yeah, 5 rolls. Okay, we'll go for these two, engineering, industrialization. So engineering's a miss on a 3, industrialization. That's a success. The Americans are at stage 1, which doesn't give us anything. And then we have 3 more rolls, and for those rolls, we will go for artillery, doctrine, and we'll go for doctrine in the naval domain. 3, that's a miss. Then artillery and doctrine in the land domain, even though that says armor. That's the greens for artillery. Okay, so miss on that and a hit on the artillery. So we get anti-aircraft artillery. Yeah, free one of those to place. All right, otherwise for attacks, raiding the British on the East African line, as always, +1. Black, the attacker, as always, +1 for a coastal sub, +1 on his opposing die roll for his anti-submarine warfare. So 4 to 3, so we do the 1 damage that we need, and then he gets a roll defending for the Q ships at a 2. That's a miss. And I think, oh no, we have these subs here. Yeah, we have this sub. Oh, but that line, I don't know if this line's completely rated. This one's closed. We'll just leave it as is, I think, for now. That's fine. Let's see. Otherwise, we'll have an attack here. So into the southern or southwestern, I think that is, United States. Yeah, or southeastern United States. No terrain, nothing like that. None of our units, actually the cavalry, sorry, and the artillery and infantry, they would uh, suffer the effects from the terrain. So these guys would be down by 1 on the first round, and it's only 1 round because it's fall winter anyway. So the second generation infantry, they'd be attacking at a 1, but we have one of them boosted because of the artillery unit, which would be attacking at a 2 because of the mountains instead of a 3. And then the cavalry, second gen, I believe, normally attack at a 3. Yeah, so they'll be down to a 2. Actually, I think we'll leave the 1 infantry to 1. We'll boost one of the no, whatever. We'll boost an infantry to a 2. Why not? Then we have these artillery, don't have any train effects, and this how the tactical bomber can attack. Or yeah, I think so. They're not just for bombing facilities. Anyways, these artillery would be at their normal value of 3. So we'll have one of them boost infantry up, and then one boost the second gen cavalry to a 3 instead of a 2. And yeah, I'll double check tactical cavalry or fighter. Use that tactical bomber. I'll bring that one in as well. So that one will be at a 7. And defending, he has a militia at a 2. His artillery, I think, is also defending at a 4. And then the infantry, second gen infantry at a 4. Always will double check just to make sure. Militia, yeah, defends at a 2. Artillery, yeah, defending at a 3. And then his second generation infantry at a 4. Okay, so this should all be correct. So we'll go ahead and roll the first strike hit. So this one will be for the artillery at a 2. 2 blue dice will be for the 2 regular artillery at 3. Miss. That sucks. Then he has, yep, his 1 artillery at a 3. 4. Miss. Then we have our 1 cavalry at a 3. Miss. Then we have the 2 infantry and the other cavalry at 2. And they all miss. That's great. But such is the luck of the dice. He has 1 at 4. That's a miss. And then the militia at a 2. And that's miss. Sheesh. Nobody hit at all. Well, there you go. That battle's over. Because it's the fall-winter. So 1 round of combat. So these guys go back here. Then we have our guys retreat. We'll have 2 of the cavalry units. Actually, we'll have an infantry, cavalry, and an artillery into the Carolinas. Then an infantry, cavalry, and 2 artillery units retreat into Appalachia. So that's that. We'll attack into eastern Mexico. We'll have these 2 tanks will be offloaded from the transport. So we'll have a dreadnought bombing and a pre-dreadnought. And then we'll have these 2 fighters will be flying down there to partake in that battle, along with this fighter, which can reach 1, 2, 3, and then it could land forward in Central America, and this fighter as well. And then we'll have this medium bomber, this tank destroyer, and this heavy artillery move in from Texas. So we'll go ahead and do the offshore bombardments first. So those I know are both at a 2, the Dreadnought and the pre-Dreadnought. We'll roll those here. Why not? Nada. So the early tanks, actually, I guess they wouldn't offload. Well, I guess we still get the bombard as far as I'm aware, but I guess technically these wouldn't be able to offload. So if we couldn't done that, wouldn't have mattered anyways, because neither of those hit. But anyways, otherwise we have the heavy artillery, so that will be first striking at a, yep, 6. So that's a hit on a 1. It'd make most sense to lose the cavalry in this case. Then we have the tank destroyers. That I don't believe is a first striking unit, but we can double check. Okay, they don't first strike. Or do they? Okay, no, but their target selection on a 3. Okay, and they would hit on a 3. Yeah, so no terrain effects or nothing. So we'll have a tank destroyer on a 3. Then we'll have 4 fighters at, I believe there's 6. Yep, at 6. So 4 fighters at 6. Tank destroyer on target selection on a 3 and hitting on a 3. And then a medium bomber, which will be at a 7. So we'll make that the yellow one. Yeah, and that's all we got. So go ahead and roll that out. All right, so we have the 2 hits we needed. The bomber hit and one of the fighters, and he has 2 infantry defending at 4. And one of those hits. So we'll lose the tank destroyer. So we take Eastern Mexico. Our fighters will have those land in Central America. These guys would still be back on the boat. So that's American. And then we would go up by 1. Oh, that's locked up by 1. British would go down by 1. And that's that. This fighter, or the medium bomber, will stay in Texas. It can't go in there. And then we have the artillery move in there. This will get everyone a free diplomacy roll, but this guy will walk over into the Dominican Republic. Take that over. And then this transport will pick up the guy in Jamaica. It will move with the boost 1, 2, 3 over to Bermuda and take that over. There we have it. And then finally, we'll have an attack here. So no terrain for nobody. We'll have these these infantry, heavy artillery, heavy artillery, heavy artillery, and regular artillery. So we have 3 heavy artillery. Those will be first striking on a6. One hit, and we have a regular artillery first striking on a3. Ooh, so 1 hit total. And he has a regular artillery doing first strike on a3. Missed. So he would probably lose a militia. Makes the most sense. Or a colonial, either or, I suppose. Wouldn't matter. But anyway, so he loses 1 unit in that. Then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second generation. 3, 4, 5 second generation infantry. 4 of them would be boosted by the artillery to a attack of 3. And then the other one would just be at a regular attack of a 2, so the purple one. So 1 more hit. He'd probably lose another militia, but he gets 2 militia defending at 2. Miss. 2 colonial infantry, I believe, also defending. No, they defended a 4 in this. Yeah, so he definitely would want to. You would want to lose the militia for sure. The colonials defend much higher. So they defended a 4, and then an infantry unit at a 4. So 3 at 4. So 1 hit. So he would lose a militia, I imagine, in that case. And we have to lose a unit, so we'll just lose an infantry unit. And then we'll retreat 2 back into western states and 2 back into the southwestern United States. Otherwise, that is it for attacks. So non-combat, have these torpedo boat and those units just move over space to A31. We will have these early tanks. Actually, no, they can't move because they took part in combat. So those can't move. We'll have this transport move 1, 2 to A36. We'll have these 2 pre-dreadnoughts move over a space. And we'll have this one join them. Why not? And we'll do that. Early cruisers, torpedo boat, move those over. Then we'll strategic naval move these 2 transports over to A30. We'll put them in port. Yeah, I think otherwise that's fine. We'll move these units all over a space. And this pre-dread will move up a space. Yeah, that's fine otherwise. Alright, so just place units now. So we will put down at the medium factory over here. That's up to 3 units. 1, 2, 3. At least I think it's 3. We'll double check. Yeah, 3 units. So there's that. Major factors are 5, so we'll put 1, 2, and we'll actually move an industry from New York into New England. And we'll rail one of the ones from Washington, or 2 from Washington into New England as well. Non-combat. But yes, we placed 2 in New York. Place 1 in Washington. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we'll place 4, and yeah, we'll put 4 in New York. 4 in New York, and then we'll put the Great Lakes. We'll put 1 there, 1 there. Put another in the Midwest. Put another in the Great Lakes. Put our AA gun in the Midwest, and then the artillery in the Great Lakes. Alright, that's all our units. We collect our money, +1 IPP in trade for Japan. Dominican Republic, that would have aligned whoever's closest. Probably would have been the British, I think, in this case. Could be wrong about that. Doesn't matter really regardless. But so 44 IPPs plus the 1 we save is 45 plus the 1 in trade, so 46 IPP for the next turn. Industrialization. All right, otherwise that is it for us, and we can hand things on over to the Germans.